So I've been asked on a couple recoveries about tow balls and why I refuse to use them during a recovery. Well, it's a safety issue. There's information all over the internet showing people getting hurt, even killed, property being damaged, which is the least of your concerns with a tow ball breaks, and just a plethora of other issues that go along with using a tow ball for recovery. I can use mine, for example, that I use. I've got a 6.5 by 12 foot trailer, utility trailer. It's not very big, but it's enough for what I do with it, which is my toolbox, or if I'm moving house to house, something small. I mean, I think the most I've ever put on it was 2 4-wheelers at one time. So the tow ball is nothing more than a bolt going through this hole. That bolt is not made for the sudden shearing force of pulling and jerking that tends to happen during a recovery. That is your first weak point. Your second weak point is going to be right here, all the way around. This is just welds, robotic welds. Given they're pretty decent welds more often than not, however, metal corrodes. As you can see, mine has surface rust in it, as does probably everyone you see that's ever been put on a truck at least once. Metal corrodes, rust corrodes the metal, making the metal weaker. When you pull on this during recovery, if somehow this does not break, you have your next weak point. Just because it's nice and pretty and painted and looks like great welds here on the outside, on the inside, it's just 2 pieces of metal welded together. One of them is very hollow, and you got surface rust and different degrees of rust, depending on how old it is, on the inside, corroding that metal. That metal is not made to take that much force. Mine is a standard 2-inch ball on a standard hitch. It's nothing special. It's only rated for 5,500 pounds. It's not a lot. It's not a lot at all. So what I use and what you should use are what's called shackle blocks. Here's one. This is my smaller one. This one is one of my heavier ones. It has a working load limit of 8 tons before I have anything to be worried about. The working load limit on a shackle is 4 3/4 tons. Both of them are a lot stronger than 5,500 pounds. Now, on this particular one, this is just a basic cheap shackle I have on the shackle block. This isn't one I use for lighter things. Other Jeeps, Toyota Tacomas, maybe a Ford Ranger, your 4Runners, just small things like that. None of your really heavy vehicles. Let's say your mid-sized pickup truck at best. There it goes. I was trying to pull the pin out. Now, the reason these can handle it is, one, they are solid. As you can see, it's a solid block of metal all the way through. This particular one is steel. It's one of my cheaper ones. It's a heavier one, but it works, and it's made for recovery. This one is my better one. This particular one is from Agency 6. This one is solid billet aluminum. The pin itself is titanium, as you can see. It's been used a lot, and it's still just like titanium, holds itself. It's rated 13,000 pound working load limit. That's just working load limit. Most recovery equipment has a safety factor of 2 to 1. So if absolutely necessary, I can go up to 23,000 on this thing. I don't want to. I don't like to. Have I? Yes. Do I like to do it? No. The shackle itself is 8 tons. This particular setup here, if anything, as far as a Chevy Silverado, Ford F-150, Toyota Tundra, Ram 1500 or bigger, your full-size trucks, Amazon vans, basically, let's say 6,000 or 7,000 pounds or heavier, this is the unit I'm going to every single time, no questions asked. I've done some pretty hardcore recoveries with this one. I mean, it's pretty beat up, but it's made for it. The shackle blocks are not gonna break. That tow ball setup probably gonna get you hurt. So I don't know about other guys. I know there's a lot of people out there that use the tow ball as a recovery point. And sometimes because they just don't know better. They've never been taught. Some because that's all they have. There's many different reasons. Personally, I'll never do it. Never. I don't want to tear my truck up. I don't want to tear my head up. I don't want to tear you up or your truck. If I was planning to take my vehicle off-road, as a lot of people that I know do, there's no reason to ever go off-road without some sort of recovery item. This is not ideal, but I am going to show it just as an option, if nothing else, a low budget option. What we have here is a basic soft shackle. This particular one is from Tactical Recovery Equipment. This is rated for 30,000 pounds. I don't like doing this, but if I absolutely have to, I will. Now, this is not recommended by any means, but if needed, and I'm trying to do this with one hand, you could always hook it up like so. There's your recovery point. That way you're using the whole trailer hitch. You're actually using something made for weight, made for recovery. I would trust this over that tow ball any day to any level, even though this isn't exactly ideal. This would be, oh well, that's all the guy has with, all I have with me, all I can afford, whatever the case is. Ideally, if you're going to do that, most people would have a soft shackle that would fit, or this hole would be bigger. You can just run it straight through there. That's not ideal either, but that is a safer option than using a tow ball. Guys with Jeeps, well, you know how that goes. We have those in our bumpers. We're good. So that's an option. I mean, obviously not everybody's doing recovery like I do, so they don't have a truckload of gear that's beyond what the average person carries. If you have some steel shackles, there we go, basic Crosby shackle. Yes, I do not like using Chinese shackles if I can get away with it. Just a basic steel shackle. Is this ideal? Doing this, is it ideal? Absolutely not. This, there, I might get some flack on this. Different people have different ideas on it. Personally, I wouldn't do that. If I'm just pulling them across a parking lot, the vehicle already rolls or something, then yeah, maybe, sure. But you see how thin that metal is? That metal's not made to withstand the pulling force and weight that's at least twice or even 3 times the weight of this vehicle. Now, if you have 2 shackles, you could possibly put one here like so, one here, go through them both, then you got a better chance. But, people, please don't hurt yourselves. Do it as safely as possible. Do it as effectively as possible. If you're gonna have a truck that you plan on taking off-road, have at least a couple of shackles, a soft shackle, some sort of proper setup. Now, am I saying go out in the woods with nothing more than a kinetic rope, a single shackle, and your winch? and bury your stuff in a mud hole, no. It may work once or twice, but if you do it enough, you're going to put wear and tear on your equipment, it's going to break. You're going to get hurt. Hopefully that doesn't happen and I'm wrong, but it happens. Please, guys, if you're going off-road out there, be safe. If you get stuck too bad, once you get stuck, stop spinning your wheels. Just stop. Once you realize your truck's not moving forward, backwards, whichever way you're going, just stop. The more you spin, the worse you're gonna make it. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. That is just what it is. I've been on a couple recoveries where there was 2 or 3 vehicles on site before I got there, and those vehicles could have saved the stuck vehicle without me going out there, but the driver of the stuck vehicle just insisted on making it worse, thinking rooster tail and mud off all 4 wheels was gonna help, when all he did was dig the truck deeper. So yeah, just a PSA, kind of long-winded, but I had a couple questions asked to me. I wanted to make sure I cleared them up. Any other questions, just ask, shoot me a message, text me, call me, ask me in person if and when you see me, whatever. I don't care. I don't mind. I actually like explaining stuff like this.